And the state and defense in the Kaitlin Armstrong trial rested their cases. Attorneys on both sides set to make their closing arguments in the case. Armstrong, of course, accused of killing Mariah Wilson in East Austin last May. A jury has listened to testimonies for nearly 3 weeks. KVUE's Eric Pointer joins us live from the courthouse. Eric, what information did we learn before the defense rested its case yesterday?
Rob, the defense questioned a police officer, several witness experts, and they brought back to the stand Armstrong's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Colin Strickland. But Armstrong herself decided not to testify. Now, cameras were not allowed in the courtroom during Strickland's testimony when he was answering questions about his relationship with Armstrong and where he was when Wilson was murdered. Moments were tense when the defense asked Armstrong if she wanted to testify, and she said no. The defense also called a fingerprint examiner to talk about all of the different prints found at the scene, an officer who took Armstrong into custody, and a few other scientific expert witnesses to talk about ballistics. This is what an analyst had to say earlier in the trial.
One of the holes that I thought he did a good job picking up on was the ballistics, right? You know, that area has come under real scrutiny in recent years as not a real science. And I thought that was fair to hit on that. But, you know, you notice that he didn't want to touch a lot of the digital, you know, evidence. Yeah, it's circumstantial, but there's a mountain of it. And how do you explain all that away?
Now, the state has the burden of proof, which means they have to prove that Armstrong killed Wilson beyond a reasonable doubt. Closing arguments are set for 9 this morning, when the jury will have to take all of the evidence and the testimony to make their decision. If the jury does find Armstrong guilty, she could face up to 99 years in prison, but the prosecution is not seeking the death penalty. Rob?